Another team-up book today, this time pairing up a superhero who's a ghost with the superhero that's died so many times on the show that he might as well be a ghost. Hello, Winternet! Welcome to Tales to Showcase, where ghost possession just might save the world. I'm your host, the Watcher of New Earth. Today we're going to be looking at one of DC's most well-known team-up books. This is from the third volume of the Brave and the Bold series, which was launched in 2007. This issue was written by Mark Waid, a fan-favorite writer whose credits include Captain America, Daredevil, and The Flash. The art is done by Scott Collins, who's also known for working on The Flash and on a few Star Wars comics. This issue pairs the obscure character Deadman with the more well-known Green Arrow. So let's start into the Brave and the Bold number 14 and see just what happens when gritty Robin Hood meets bald Beetlejuice. Our story opens 12 hours later. Well, that's not confusing at all. We open with Deadman with an arrow through his chest. This is what happens when you bring up seasons 3 and 4 of Arrow. We cut to the present as two police officers stop a couple in a car. Sir, ma'am, I have to ask you to step out of the vehicle. Officer, what is it like to be you? My wife left me, my kids hate me. Suddenly, what appears to be the skeletons of the Scaleri brothers leap out of the couple and possess the two officers. Which reminds me that, as weird as this opening is, it's still not as confusing as the opening in Ghostbusters 2. Now with the policemen as their hosts, the ghosts continue to barrel down the street. They see a roadblock up ahead and begin to shoot at it. The roadblock is revealed to be the Green Arrow, staring them down with nothing but a bow and arrow. He goes on to say that he's not doing this because they're driving crazily, or even because they're shooting at him. He's doing it because the car they're driving is killing the environment. Oliver Queen, putting the green in Green Arrow. Ollie fries the car with an electric arrow. This causes the ghost to abandon their position, but with no driver, the car spins out of control and heads for Ollie. At first, it seems like he's frozen, but he suddenly flips over the car and does a perfect landing. Solid landing! Oliver, however, seems entirely confused as to what just happened. A homeless lady a little ways away tells him that he just performed a Boston brand triple barrel. Wow, even homeless people are into gymnastics nowadays. She also lets him know that his legs are probably going to hurt tomorrow. Yeah, they might hurt, but it could have been a lot worse.
Fake dismount on what was later revealed to be a broken leg.
Ollie quickly figures out that he's talking to Boston Brand, aka Deadman. Brand fills him in on the ghost kills from before. They come from Nanda Parbat, home to the spirit goddess Ramakrishna, who was the one to give Brand his powers. This problem, however, stems from a demon priest named Siva Anuttara. Apparently, Anuttara bargained with his Dark Masters for increased power. With it, he rampaged through Nanda Parbat. Worse, he was only clearing his throat. For the most profane act anybody ever pulled. He captured Ramakrishna. He caught a god. Oh, big whoop. Arceus is the Pokemon god and a 10-year-old can catch him. With Rama's power, Anuttara created an army of ghosts, similar to Deadman, from the souls of the Nanda Parbat citizens. Only twist is, everyone they possess dies. Why they're skeletons and not ghosts? Never addressed. Deadman shows Ollie a growing militia in Star City, composed entirely of the ghost killers. He goes on to explain that Anuttara's soldiers will continue to spread across the world unless they're stopped. He suggests contacting the mystics like Fate and Zatanna, but Ollie, now with the knowledge that they're all dead, proceeds to bombard them with explosive arrows. Ollie seems pretty satisfied with himself, but Deadman reprimands him as he's only slowed them down, and, worse yet, made himself a target for possession. Oliver Queen, in case you thought only Barry Allen could screw himself. Just as it seemed like Ollie's done for, Deadman leaves his host and possesses Ollie, thereby protecting him from any more possessions. This, unfortunately, leaves the homeless lady open and the ghosts take her. You know, it's these kinds of things that make people not trust either of you. Deadman, now staying in Ollie to protect him, contacts Batman for assistance. Batman loans them a plane to fly to Nanda Parbat. However, it's quickly revealed that the entire crew of the plane has been possessed, and they all struggle to take control of Green Arrow. Why? Aren't there other, more powerful superheroes that you could possess? I mean, not to bash on Ollie or anything, but you know Superman exists, right? Anyways, realizing they're trapped, Dead Arrow, yes, that's what I'm calling them, jump out of the plane. The plane then hits a cliffside and explodes. Jeez, guys, not even an attempt to save the plane. I mean, I know it's Batman, he's probably got like 20 of them, but still, some consideration, please. Luckily, Dead Arrow lands only a little ways away from Nanda Parbat. Unluckily, possessed villagers are there to attack. Die and die again! I got nothing, that was funny. They finally near Nana Parbat's limits. Bran knows that once they cross the border, he can no longer possess Oliver, but it will make the other ghosts solid as well, meaning they could fight their way out. However, he sees that Anutara awaits them at the entrance. Bran realizes they're trapped as their pursuers approach and cliffs surround them left and right. Cliffs to the left of me, more cliffs to the right, here I am, stuck in the middle with Ollie. Bran begins to wish that Ollie was there to help, when suddenly Ollie starts talking to him, telling him to line up a shot so he can take out the medallion that's captured Rama. Wow, I possess them all. Presidents, kings, CEOs, but never anyone so full of himself that he wouldn't stay down. Yeah, I guess I can't argue with that. Ollie is kind of a diva. However, it seems that it's not Ollie's willpower, but rather the fact that they're standing on the border of life and death. Ollie tells Bran to find a spot where they can both have enough control so he can fire an arrow without being possessed by the ghost killers. Bran doesn't have much confidence in the plan, but goes along with it. They successfully fire the arrow, and it seems like it's right on target. However, at the last second, Anutara simply breaks it, which would lead me to my second option. With no other option, Deadman runs them both into Nanda Parbat. However, Ollie seems to have had quite enough of Deadman, so now that they're separated, he promptly shoots him in the chest with an arrow. Showing no remorse, Ollie continues to insult him, and then proceeds to fling him off a cliff, saying that Deadman's doomed them all. Wow. That escalated kind of quickly. Anyways, that was The Brave and the Bold number 14. It was pretty good. The story's solid, even if it does end on a cliffhanger. Or cliff-throwing offer, I guess. The art is really good for the most part, but it's occasionally a little too detailed. I understand the numerous details on Deadman, to make him look more decrepit and corpse-like, but on other characters, it just kind of makes them look grotesque. Not really a game-changing book, but a fun read nevertheless. Anyways, as always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. This is the Watcher of New Earth, signing off.